And CJ, biggest comeback in franchise history. What allowed y'all to really shift the energy in that second half after, it felt like there wasn't a whole lot of life, in that first half?
The coach just challenged us to be more disciplined, to be more engaged, to be more aggressive and assertive. We didn't bring it in the first half, and it was obvious. They hit us in the mouth to start the game. We had some, turnovers. We were soft on defense. They got and-ones. They got whatever they wanted to start the game. And we knew we had to be a little bit more aggressive in the second half, and we were.
And earlier this season, you're talking about, how the losses made this season, one of the toughest for you in your career. Going from that to 50-point game, 45 tonight, how do you get, from point A to point B?
Just try to hit base hits every day. I just keep swimming, man. I get my work in, take advantage of each day. Got a good lift in with my guy last night. Took care of my body, got to spend quality time with my family, change a couple diapers, meet my wife at the park with my son, and just try to keep a real perspective of what I do for a living every day, right? Like, this is what I do. It's not who I am, and I think when you look at it that way, you just work and you allow your daily preparation to feed into each day. And I think for me, it's going to be good nights, it's going to be not so great nights, but the work is the same, the approach is the same, the discipline, the sacrifice, all the things that I have to put into this game to be successful and compete at a high level each night. I do, and sometimes it's a night like tonight, even though I missed some wide open shots. I had 45, but I missed open shots, I missed layups, I got scored on a couple times in the switches, which can't happen, especially on some of those guys. So I just got to be better and not take possessions for granted and just take advantage of my talents and take advantage of playing the sport I love every day.
And I know we were joking the night you had 50 with Jose saying grandpa and stuff like that, or guys saying you're your uncle and stuff like that. But, do nights like this kind of have a little bit more meaning where you can kind of look and say, yeah, I still got it, even if people are saying, north of season 10, the decline is supposed to come. North of 30, the decline is supposed to come, but still be able to have these games at this point in your career.
Man, God has been good to me, man. He's allowed me to play this sport and maximize my talent, and thankfully I haven't had any crazy injuries. Obviously, I've had some injuries that have taken the game away from me for a little bit, but I don't take it for granted, and I like to think that my game's going to age well. It has continued to age well. My brother's 37 on the 22nd. He's still one of the best players in the world. He still competes at a high level. He still takes great care of his body, and the game is as easy now at 37 as it was for him when he was 27. And I think the same will be true for me just because of the preparation, the way I play. I ain't out here dunking on people, right? It's skill, it's strategy, it's angles, it's footwork. It's a jump shot that never leaves. I'll be able to shoot when I'm 40, so it's not something that I'm really worried about. I think the way I train, the way I take care of myself, it's more mental. The physical is always going to be there for me because of the skill set. It's more mental. And when I don't love it anymore the same, then that's when I'm done.
How much was mental and how much was physical, say, from 6 minutes left in regulation through overtime? Because obviously the comeback's exhausting. Yeah. But then you hit a lot of clutch shots from that point to the end.
Yeah, it just came down to who wanted it more tonight. Two teams that have been struggling throughout the year from a record standpoint. We were at the crib. They was up 25, and we walked them down. We would like to not have to go through that, but it was just more about who wanted it more. Getting stops. We gave up a lot of second-chance opportunities, a lot of rebounds, but down the stretch, it was execution. It was an offensive rebound tip out at Theis. It was a left-hand tough finish from Dejounte, a big three from Trey, a couple of rebounds, some great screens, a couple pull-ups. Defensive possession where Wu gets a stop at the end. A little bit of everybody kind of contributing and allowing us to have an impactful game. Hawk, I think he had 20 tonight. He was aggressive. He kind of shifted the tide coming off the bench and scoring. And Karlo was great for us tonight. He gave us some minutes. JRE, second chance opportunities. Just everybody kind of collectively did what we needed to do in order to get a win tonight.
Do you find it unusual or remarkable in any way to have this franchise high comeback when you look at some stats for Utah, including the rebounding advantage, the second chance points, and the points in the paint?
Yeah, I mean, they had 63 rebounds, they had 45. We're not a huge team. Obviously, Z's not here. Yves, Herb. We're missing some guys who, rebound the ball well, but I think for us it just came down to, what do they say? Sometimes it's not X's and O's, it's Jimmy's and Joe's.
And then, how would you put this one in the perspective of the 7 out out of 10. It seems like it's been a decent stretch for you guys, and maybe this win says something about the character of the win, says something about the larger stretch.
Yeah, I mean, if I make that floater against Boston, it's what, 8 out of 10, right? It's 6 games in a row. So it's just about perspective. Keep getting better each day. Keep honing in on the things that we're being taught, in practice. Keep taking care of your bodies. Don't take these wins for granted because it took us, 2 months to get 5 wins. You know what I mean? So it's just like as quick as the tide turns, it can go up, it can go down. There's good days and bad days. There's losses. There's losing streaks and win streaks. So you got to ride the wave and just keep your perspective, in check. And I think for us, it's just about stacking days. I just try to stack, as many positive days as possible. From a meditation standpoint, I meditate and I just try to be as present as possible and not really worry about tomorrow. I'm not worried about yesterday. That game is over. Now I'm going to go home and enjoy a snowstorm that I hope there's lots of snow so I can play in the snow with my son.
Yeah, even during some of the moments where y'all were at your lowest tonight, it felt like Dejounte just stayed aggressive, stayed playing downhill. How important was that for y'all to just find that rhythm with him once he just kept playing aggressive, finding his shot, and allowed y'all to find y'all spots?
Yeah, he was great. Defensively, he was challenging them. He picked up a couple fouls, but that's what we need. We need aggression. We got downhill, got to the pull-up, got to the midi, got some finishes around the basket. He had 11 assists, 2 turns. He was super, super aggressive when we need him to be, and I think that's one of the great things about him is he's going to be steady. No matter things are going extremely well or extremely poorly, he's going to be aggressive. And tonight we needed that. We needed a little bit of everything. Rebounding, we needed the assists, we needed the tempo, and we got it. And we turned it up enough down the stretch to get this win.